Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we have 40k orders from the Twitch bridge, and huge shout out to my buddy Yavie, who always has some interesting things. So he actually redeemed the USS Jellyfish build here that you see on screen, which is the Cnidarian Defender. We call it the USS Jelly, but here it is finally. You redeemed this 2 weeks before I got it, essentially when we started the summer event. And it was quite hilarious, and it has been quite interesting just putting this through its paces, but fun. And that's what we try to do here on the bridge, is have fun. So what we're going to do is go over what build he put on this with the weapon, space set, console, space traits, doffs, and then take it to an elite Argala and see how it does. So huge shout out again to Mr. Yavie. Here we go. Actually, we'll do this in jellyfish mode, because why not? So that we can show this off too as well. I will say that animation is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So here we go. So again, as you saw at the beginning there, Jellyfish is what we named it. The Cnidarian Defender, we just unlocked it, I think yesterday as the recording of this video. But here we go. This is what he decided to put on this. So the Phaser Wide Angle Dual Heavy from the Discovery Rep. Also from the Discovery Rep, the Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo. He knows this is my favorite torpedo, which is the Gravimetric Photon Torpedo, which is from your Dyson Rep. The Enhanced Biomolecular Photon is one of the harder hitting torpedoes. This comes from your Undine Rep. Base set here, you got Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter, which is from your Fleet Colony. The Prevailing Innervated Impulse Engines from your Competition Rep. And then the two-piece here, the Temporal Defense Initiative Overcharge Warp Core, and the Temporal Defense Initiative Regenerative Shield Array, which is from your, having a brain fart here, that is the Temporal Defense. So this gives us the details of two-piece here, because he does love using this one. Plus 25% all damage for damage over time and hazard effects, which he has put in here. Aft weapons, he had put the Delphic Distortion Torpedo, which is from the Lobi store. Thoron Infused Quantum Mine, which is the Delta Dilithium store. Black Ops Mine Launcher, got this from an event, but you can get it from the Mud store. And the Particle Emission Plasma Torpedo, I got this via the exchange a very long time ago. Devices, what we got here is the Kobayashi Maru Transponder for all its buff goodness. Red Matter Capacitor. The Delta Alliance Reinforcements Beacon, because why not? And Beacon of Kalis to blind you. Now, for the consoles, we got the Cnidarian Defense. This is hilarious. This is what turns us into the, well, what they call it the Star Jelly, but we're just calling it a Jellyfish. So, but it's plus 30 all damage resistance rating and plus 28.5 Starship hull restoration. But yes, this turns you into a jelly. You can't really barely move, but we're just going to use it for fun. And it does all that electrical damage stuff that we'll see when we go into Elite Argala. Continue on here, you got Emulating Phaser Lance from your Deimos Pilot Destroyer, which you can get from your event campaign. The Dynamic Power Distributor Module, as well, you can get from the Atlas Prototype Dreadnought. Also, you can get that from the event campaign for all its clicky goodness that you see there. The Delphic Terror Generator, I just got that from the exchange a long time ago as well. The Tricobalt Terror Launcher, he knew I wanted that one. Comes from your Tier 6 Steam Runner, or Appalachian Blockade Runner. The Constriction Anchor, got that from the exchange. Bio Neural Infusion Circuits, got that from the Lobi store. Tholian Web Spinner Array, got that from an event reward. The Assimilated Module, got that from the Omega Rep. Now the Chronometric Capacitor, that comes from a reward from the Time and Tide featured episode. But he used it on this to improve the exotic damage and of course torpedo damage as well. And we use the Retrofit Assimilator because why not? Let's make some friends and have them help us. But it also improves exotic damage because why not? Also got that from the exchange. Our specializations, he flipped them here. He made me go Temporal Operative Primary and then Intelligence Officer Secondary. Traits is what we're working with here. We went with a Good Day to Die, Innocuous, Self-Modulating Fire, Inspirational Leader, Fragment of AI Tech, Particle Manipulator, Unconventional Systems, Terran Targeting Systems, Intelligent Agent Attaché. Like I said before, I feel like I'm always going to screw it when I say that. The Boimler Effect. And for our Starship traits, we have Checkmate, Universal Designs, Entwined Tactical Matrices, Rapid Emitting Armaments. We have a possibility that I might myself, and we all know that I have done that before. Last one here, Ceaseless Momentum. Base Rep, we went with Auxiliary Power Configuration Offense, Advanced Targeting Systems, Omega Kinetic Shearing, Particle General Amplifier, and Tyler's Duality. Active space traits, we just went with what we had here: Anti-Time Entanglement Singularity, Biomolecular Shield Generator, Force Challenge, Quantum Singularity Manipulation, and Factoring Tetron Cascade. So the stations, this was interesting, but this is what he did. So left, right, top to bottom, went Tractor Beam, Delayed Overload Cascade, and Mixed Armament Synergy. Beam Fire at Will, Scatter Volley, Torp Spread 3, woohoo, love Torp Spread 3, Engineering Team, Endothermic Inhibitor, Let It Go. These two actually you can get from the Winter Store. Emit Unstable Warp Bubble 3. And the last three side stations here: Jam Targeting Sensors, Destabilizing Renaissance Beam, and Gravity Well. So whenever Yavie has done any builds, he likes to do like this sci-fu stuff, sci-type or type-fu stuff. Okay, so our dupes, we'll go over the dupes. On the ground, we still have the two helping us in space: Neil Falconer, increased damage versus Zeeberg; Elder Milkiton, increased damage versus all. And with our active space here, we actually just went with Projectile Weapons Officer to help us reduce recharge for our torpedoes. We have two Energy Weapon Officer DOFs here that help us to stack crit severity and crit chance when we fire energy weapons, which we have. One Projectile Weapons Officer to help us stack crit severity when we fire projectiles, and then another projectile weapon to chance to reduce the time to recharge mines, and then a Gravimetric Scientist, which when we use Gravwell, chance to create an aftershock. So that is it. And I will say, again, this is very interesting, and the animation, I will say, is pretty cool. Seems like it does flow pretty well. And I said this before when we went over the blog, it's just going to be nice to have. We were going to do something on it anyways. Is it going to be our main ship? No, but it's a free ship, and a lot of captains have been having fun. So before we go into Elite Argala, I will give a huge shout out to my fellow caps here. We have Mina, we had Lucifer, we have Anthony Taylor, and we have Nori over there. Oh, and we have Captain Zeke. So shout out to you, my caps. So what we're going to do is going to Elite Argala and see how it does. Now, what he had mentioned to me was, oh, wait, we are getting an experimental ship upgrade token. Thank you, Captain Zeke. There you go. First time it happened in a YouTube portion video. Why not? Thank you. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you. How he wanted me to sort of use it is grav well them, fire my torpedo pew-pews, go in the middle, and then do the jelly dance. Now, we may have to do a little bit of both, kind of going back and forth. So we'll see how it goes, but of course, captains, you know, in the end, all we do here is just have fun. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's go into the Argala, and yes, who's with us? Picard and Riker. Why? Just because. Okay. Doladoras. See how it does.
Take us out of here. Maximum.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Yes, Picard is in the jelly. I will say the impulse trails on this is quite awesome. And I'll drop 2 more ECs at the end of this vid, but I had an idea. Look at that. That's just weird. But here we go.
Tactical alert. Vessel approaching.
Okay, we'll show that off a little bit here.
Mark 7.
Look at that.
All hands. Battle stations.
That was pretty cool. So we'll just first do this, because...
Weapons hot, deflectors to full.
Hey, Riker's here too. So it's the next group of what we'll do is we'll go jelly mode. See what we can do. Kaboom. Look at that. Look at the trails. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I like that. Right, we'll go this next group here. We'll go jelly mode. Okay, we'll buff up, fire some of this. Go in the middle. Jelly, jelly, jelly time. Jelly, jelly, jelly time. Woohoo! We're doing the jelly dance. Show it off there. We're doing the jelly dance.
We will not go quiet.
It's cute. Look at that. And we're destroying ships as we do that. Maybe we'll make some friends too. We'll fire the assimilating torpedo, see if we can make that our friend to help us out. We made it our friend. It turned into a Borg probe. Now, when you're in this mode, you're just not moving. You're moving at a snail's pace. So we may have to go back and forth, but that's okay. Like, what's literally killing this is the electrical defensing that's happening here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll switch here, because why not? We'll use some weapons, because you can't use your torpedoes when you're in that mode. At least the weapons that you would normally be able to use. You can use like consoles, you can use attractor beams, but it's weird how you can't use that stuff. Have some aft torpedoes firing, because we do have one. Gather everyone here. Take that out. Take that out. Woo. Next group. Let's make another friend here if we can. Let's get that one. Some torp goodness there. We're gonna save our jelly for the last group there. Come her. There's that beautiful warp trail. Like, check this out, Caps. Look at that. Looks really pretty. It matches our pretty pew-pews. Here, have some mines. Take that out, there you go. Oh, last group already. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun, shall we? Let's have some fun. Okay, we're gonna do this. Gather everyone. Into the grav well, everyone. Into the grav well. Then... Woohoo! Can you imagine being in the bridge of this thing? Or inside it? I don't know. Oh. Aha. We're gonna just take this one out. All with the Cnidarian Defense thingy. It's doing the jelly dance. And it's killing enemies. Oh. That is hilarious. Okay, let's go over here. 1 sec, sir. Let's go back to our posture mode and head over here for our shelfies. Captains, if you don't know what that is, are our ship selfies. Look at that. Looks so pretty. Actually, here, this is what we're gonna do. While we're flying this thing, we're gonna give our final thoughts. But there you go. That is how it did. And again, it's just something fun to have. It's just something fun to mess around with, a change of pace, in my opinion. And I'm glad Yavie actually redeemed the 40k channel points so that we could just have a little fun here with it. I didn't actually know what I was going to do with it, to be honest with you, Captains. But there you go. Again, huge shout out to Yavie. Again, we just do this for our nightly pew shenanigans, which of course we always invite you. Now, before we end this video, this is one of the recommendations I have for getting a board cube into the game. Yes, a board cube. Just give us impulse trails that we can sort of know where we're going, because a lot of the issues that the devs say is you won't know which way you're going. Well, if you put impulse trails in it, you'll know that pretty quick. Make it green, make it look like this, or maybe some sort of, I don't know, electric looking. I have no idea. Just, I think it would look fine if they did that. So there you go, Caps. Again, something fun just to kind of do here on the Twitch bridge. So of course we always invite you here. Subscribe to the YouTube bridge, like the video, comment below. Until the next vid, Captains.
Live long and prosper.